everybody, and welcome back to the Engine House. I am, of course, your host, Gandy Dancer, and today we're working on these buildings still. A couple things here going on. If you hear any noise in the background, it's my lovely wife, because I'm shooting again in the dining room and not in the engine house. She's preparing some dinner, stuff for dinner. So if you hear any noise in the background, it's just her. And of course the dogs, seeing as we are both in here, the dogs will be in and out. Shop Kitty will probably be in and out and be her true annoying self. So let's get started here. I am still working on this building, and I have this wall finished, except for, of course, the windows. And of course, down here there will be a loading dock, and there'll be a ramp coming down on this side. I'm working on this side currently, and there'll be a smaller dock here with a man door, a door for, getting stuff in and out, and of course bigger windows. And I still have to trim off some of this over here, plus this. So I'm still working on this, as you can see, in between. And while I was waiting for this to come, these are O-scale brick sheets, printed. They come from Scenery Sheets in Marlton, New Jersey. And they were a set of 5, and I've got 2 sets here for use. They're not that expensive. Each one was actually got a discount because I bought 2. These are $12.95 for 5 sheets. Not a bad deal, really. I could have maybe done individual brick using the cardboard. That would have been very time consuming, and it would have just turned into a real headache and gotten me frustrated, and nothing would have got done. So I ordered a couple of these. I'll be using, they also, by the way, have a wide variety of brick styles. So if you look them up online, I found these on eBay. So if you look them up online, you get a wide variety. I may order some more later for other projects. For buildings that are going to be set back away, there's no texture to these. They're just flat, regular printed sheets. Very nice, very good quality. I'm pretty happy with them. So these will be going on. One of these will be, of course, on the front here. And as I said in the last video, I wasn't going to really do anything with the sides or the back because of where this building was going to be sitting. I may go ahead and do at least the sides on this. So anyway, let's go ahead here and kind of get started on some of this. I had said last time I wasn't cutting the door out because it wasn't going to be kind of an open door, but then I got to thinking about it. It needs to be reset back in so it looks a little more three-dimensional. And especially using these, you kind of want a little more than just a flat surface here. So I'm going to be cutting this out. We're going to be spreading a little glue. And if I could get my lovely wife to hand me the paper towels over there so I can wipe my fingers, because I can spread the glue with my fingers. We'll put a sheet on, let it set a minute, and then we will cut the windows and the openings out.
There you go.
Oh, thank you, my dear.
And here's a few extra
Just in case. Thank you, my lovely wife. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and cut this door out here. Just because, like I said, it has to be, I could put a frame and a, whatever, just a flat door here, but there's no dimension to it. And if I do it and put the door in behind, build a frame, kind of like I did here around the window, so you're not seeing the raw edge of the cardboard, it will look a whole lot better, okay? This is what we're going to do. Cut this out real quick. You'll also notice I don't have any music playing today. I've pretty much run out of everything I have. It's getting close to the holidays. I do have some holiday music I can put on later. And I will hopefully manage to get my hands on some more classical or ragtime or something for future videos. I am myself getting kind of tired of hearing the same thing over and over again. So I would like something a little different. And we'll see what happens. It's after Halloween. This town doesn't do trick-or-treating like normal or the old days when I was a kid. They set up trick-or-treating at that people bring their stuff to the nursing home just outside of town, and they decorate their cars and open the trunks, and the kids all come and they, get candy handed out there. So we didn't have any trick-or-treaters here, and we didn't go down there to participate in that. We just kind of stayed home and watched TV. We did get some snow. In my last video, I said we were going to probably get some snow. We got about 2 inches. And then, of course, over the last week, it's melted off. So today, it's a bright, sunny day. It's in the 40s. It sure doesn't feel like the first weekend in November. It feels more like spring. We will see how the rest of the winter goes. But it's a beautiful day today. And now we're heading for Thanksgiving. And as you can see, my glue here is a little, we're going to get some of this out. And I'll spread it around. I almost need new glue. Gotten a lot of use out of this. And put some over here. A little more here. In between the windows. I've been using a lot of this to put the clapboards on the other building, so it's about time for me to run out and grab some more before I run out completely. Okay, let's see, make sure we get this, especially around the doors and the windows. We want to make sure, and the edges, we want to make sure we don't want to leave. There we are. And now, and again, we have, of course, at the very base of this, I have a foundation that will not be covered in brick. I'll be painting it gray a little bit later. I'm going to stand up for this so I can actually put it on, get it right where I want it. And there it is. Now, just kind of scoot this. There we are. I want to make sure no air bubbles in it anywhere. Work the bubbles out, any bubbles that are in here. We want to make sure we get out as many as we can because it just won't look right. Okay, we're having a bit of a thing here with the air bubbles. So before the glue sets up completely, I want to make sure we get a lot of this out. Okay, that one obviously was a failure. And it happens. So we're gonna pick this up as best we can. And we are going to try this one more time. The other nice thing is if I really decide I run out or I need an extra one, I can always print it. We have an inkjet printer here. I can always print more as I need them. So let's put this down. And okay, this one went down a lot better, okay? Sometimes you gotta fail to succeed, right? You make a couple of mistakes, you find out that maybe you should have done it just slightly different, and here we are with Shop Kitty. She's got to check out my work. She's making sure I do it right. Put a little more glue in this corner here. Just a little bit more in this corner right here. And we will leave this to set for a few minutes. I like this one a whole lot better. It did come out much better. Much better. We'll let this sit for a minute, and then we will mark out the back. Actually, I can do that right now while I'm sitting here waiting for it to dry. And I can probably just go ahead and reading glasses always helps. And there we have it. All the windows are cut out, and there's still a little trimming to do here. That will take but a second. don't have to worry too much. There's going to be framework around the doors and windows as you would have, you know, trim around as you would have in any other house. So that will be taken care of. Now, of course, we'll trim off this side. Maybe. You can see I have somebody inspecting the work I'm doing here. Hello, kitty. Okay, and there we are. So now there's going to be trim on the sides as well, and I haven't decided yet if I'm going to go with more brick or if I'm going to take some of the what I've been using as clapboards and make a trim that looks like cement. And if you're going to do something like that, you want to make sure you paint it before gluing it on. There will also be, because of here you can see the rough edge of the cardboard, there's going to be a cap over this as well as on the sides here and here. So all of this will be covered up. You won't be seeing this. And like I said in the last video, this building is going to be set back far enough in the back that you're not going to see a lot of detail on it. And I don't think I'm gonna, I think I'm gonna have a building pretty close to this side of it. I thought about maybe having an alleyway on one side or another with things like a dumpster or whatnot in it. So if you're standing at it at a certain angle, you'll see one side. Haven't quite made up my mind yet, so we'll maybe put something on it here later. But this is where we're at the moment. And we are going to, now I can glue this in now, but I don't really want to. I'm going to set it in here just so you kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like. And I can see I still have some trimming to do on this, which is understandable. You can see in this corner some brick over here and a little bit over here. So I am going to trim it. I'm not going to glue it, but you get kind of an idea of what the front's going to look like. Up here there will of course be a sign that says Granny and Reds. It's going to be a wooden sign made out of cardboard and painted and with lettering on it that says Granny and Reds Bakery and Delivery Service. And of course over this door or next to it there'll be a sign saying Apartments for Rent. Like I said in the last video, this is a stairway that goes up to the upstairs apartments that are here. And that's going to be for apartments. So this is where we're at. This is what it looks like. I still have a lot of work to do on it. And we are nowhere close to being finished. But while I am right here with you, I'm going to trim some of this. And we're going to trim this. Now, if you do what I did, and I just realized I kind of probably messed this up a bit, I should have painted the trim inside here first before I did this. Like anything else, get in a rush, forget. So I'm going to have to dab it and be really careful of how I'm painting it. When I do it, it'll all come together. So that's this. And again, this is a very, they have a lot of different brick tone. It is Scenery Sheets in Marlton, New Jersey. You can look them up on eBay. A lot of different styles. I liked this style. They have some gray. They have a few other different types of brick to use. I see a few wrinkles forming in this. This will be back again far enough. You're not going to notice too many. I probably will next time when I do it on the side, try a different glue, or even water this down a little bit with half and half. That may work a little better and I won't get the bubbles. But I'm happy with it. That's the whole point. If you're happy with it, that's all that matters. So it's kind of a short video today. Haven't got much else going on right now. Haven't had time to work on the layout itself. Life gets in the way, and I was hoping to do some today, but the person that owned this house prior to us lives in a senior living facility, and he wrote a check to pay his rent there, and he had this address on it, so because it had his name, and he had one of those stickers with his address on it, and by mistake he dropped it in the mail, and because it had no postage on it, and he had his stickers with this address on it from whenever he was living here, it ended up in our mailbox yesterday. So being the person that I am and the wife is this morning after breakfast we ran down to where he lives in this facility and made sure he had his check to pay the rent, because he would have not known what had happened. He, thinking he paid the rent, would not have known it. So again, life gets in the way, not enough time to work on the layout like I'd like to have, and so hopefully this coming week I'll do a little scenery work. I've got a couple other things going on. We'll see. And I'm going to try watering some of this down, but first I think I need some more. That is really getting kind of low. I'm going to do a 50-50 and do this on the side. And I also have another box that's going to be a high-rise sitting next to this. These are to block the opening. If you've seen earlier videos with my layout, there's an opening where I can come up through the bottom if the train derails near the back. This is going to block, and another building or two are going to block that area, so you're not seeing the hole there. So that's what these are for. And I have a box that's probably this tall I'm going to use as a high-rise with a storefront in the bottom. And this was my first attempt, of course, at storefront, at a storefront like this. I like it, but I can do better. That's the thing about this modeling thing, is you can always improve. I like what I did here. This will work for this, but I want something different, and I may try either thicker cardboard or balsa wood. Don't ever be afraid to experiment. Again, you saw me screw up right here. I messed this up. Okay, the second one came out a whole lot better, though it's still not 100%. I'm happy with it. It's fine. Never be ashamed of what you're doing or how you're doing it. As the late Bob Ross once said, "It's your world. Do what you want." That's exactly what it is with model railroading. It's your world. Do what you want to do. Do it how you want to do it. I have a friend who models. Well, he's kind of a friend. I really have never met him. We just kind of know each other online. He models HO in his basement. He uses Mountain Dew cans cut up and spread out to make his mountains. And I jokingly call them the Mountain Dew Mountains. He also uses Mountain Dew boxes, as well as boxes from other sodas, to make his mountains. He uses what he has on hand. He uses what he's got. He's doing it on the cheap. And I absolutely love seeing some of his videos, seeing how he does his work, what he does and how he does it. It's fascinating to me, and he has a lot of fun with it. That's the whole point of the hobby, is having fun. If you're stressed out too much about it, it's not a hobby. Don't stress. It's supposed to be enjoyable. It's supposed to be relaxing. You're gonna make mistakes. You learn. That's how you learn. Okay? That's everything for now. If you like the video, hit that like button down there below. Hit the subscribe button over there so you can see them when I make them. I don't have a Patreon. I'm not that big a deal yet. I just do this because I enjoy it. This is what I enjoy doing. And I'll continue shooting videos. There'll be a few more probably eventually. I'll be back down in the actual engine house and not in my dining room. But this is brighter. It's easier to shoot videos up here. And I do have an actual video camera on the way, so I'll be using that instead of my phone. That's a good thing. So again, if you liked it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and until next time, bye for now.